On this episode of Formula World, Ocon flipping burgers, Verstappen have to be an arsehole, Verstappen wants best car, Kubica long-term plan, Palmer safe for 2018, Hulkenberg happy to have Kubica. First up on Formula World, Ocon flipping burgers. Force India driver and Mercedes Junior Program driver Esteban Ocon has expressed his gratitude for Toto Wolff's support during his years in the feeder categories, saying if it weren't for the help from the Mercedes boss, he would likely be working as a fry cook in a fast food restaurant. Between the end of 2014 and the start of 2015, if Toto Wolff had not been there to help me, I'd probably be flipping burgers at McDonald's now. Without the support, I would not have been able to continue racing. I didn't have any money, but then Toto came to talk to me. Even though he is clearly grateful for the support he received from the German team, Ocon dreams of following in the footsteps of his hero. My idol was Michael Schumacher. I raced with the same helmet and red overalls as him. Ferrari is a dream and a team that represents so much for me. I did a test at Fiorano back in 2014 and I remember it as if it happened yesterday. So one day, yes, I would like to drive for them. Verstappen have to be an arsehole. Max Verstappen has made it clear that his critics don't bother him, standing by his driving style with full confidence. They can call me whatever they want, Mad Max, Max the Wimp, or whatever. I say that on the track you have to be an arsehole. Look at Michael Schumacher. At the end of the day, an F1 driver needs to know how to win races and titles, not how to be a nice guy. Sebastian moaned again in the heat of our battle, but this is something I don't care about. I do not expect him to send me a Christmas card or invite me to his birthday. Verstappen went on to praise his current teammate Daniel Ricciardo, seemingly in response to being prodded about his recent on-track rivalry with Sebastian Vettel. For me, Daniel is a bigger challenge than Vettel. When the two drove in the same team in 2014, Daniel was stronger. Although Daniel and I have been teammates for more than a year, there was not yet a bad moment. We are driving in a positive way, and that will remain so. Verstappen wants best car. With all the struggles he has had this season, Verstappen still only has one goal: to win races and championships, and he doesn't seem to care which team he'd have to be in to make that happen. I know Ferrari has a great story in Formula 1, it's the same for Mercedes by the way. Quite honestly, I only want to sit in the best possible car. The colour doesn't really matter. I believe in the strength of Red Bull. We're on the right track. The car and the engine are constantly improving. Kubica, long-term plan. Renault boss Cyril Abiteboul has his hands full addressing the ongoing speculation of Robert Kubica's comeback, and as things seem to be heating up, he still manages to play the situation down, trying to keep the story in perspective. Obviously, there have been the tests we did with the 2012 car, but also we have done other things, medical checks and simulator work that I don't really want to elaborate on. It is true that based on all these things up until now, we want to have a closer look about how realistically it would be for Robert to drive again in a modern F1 car, and possibly in a racing context. The last opportunity to at least do the test in a modern F1 car was the Hungary test, and we are taking that opportunity. But that is really something that is more medium to long term. This is not a short term plan, and it is not a short term option to do anything with our driver lineup. While it's clear there is some form of plan in place behind the scenes, Abiteboul is hesitant to make a decisive comment about Kubica's future with the team, stating that he is a future option, but there is still more research to be done before drawing any conclusions. Robert could be a candidate for 2018, but before we can really consider him as a candidate, it is more that we need to look, and in particular, we need to see how he will cope with cars with more downforce and with more power, because clearly the car he has been driving up until now is not representative. Frankly, even if he does well, it does not mean immediately that we will decide to go for him in 2018, because there is more we need to look into. Palmer safe for 2018. While juggling the Kubica speculation in one hand, Renault boss Cyril Abiteboul has his other hand full juggling the rumours surrounding Jolyon Palmer. With talks he may get replaced as early as the Grand Prix in Spa, Abiteboul has come out denying any such claims. I told Joe that Robert is not an immediate threat. Clearly, we are looking at options for 2018, and Joe could be an option for 2018. That is in his hands. What we are doing with Robert has nothing to do with what Joe does this weekend or even after the summer break. But there will not be any replacement of driver in Spa, as I've seen stories suggesting that too. I can confirm that Joe will be driving in Spa, and that the plan is for him to drive until the end of the season. Joe and Robert are two different aspects. We continue to support Joe, and there is absolutely no change of plan. Hulkenberg, happy to have Kubica. There is at least one person sitting relatively comfortable at Renault, Nico Hulkenberg, who seems to be immune from any drama and speculation thanks to his consistent results. When he was asked what he thinks about having Kubica as a teammate, he had this to say: "I don't know if it would work for him or not, but I'd be happy to have him as a teammate, and I'd be happy with anybody else, to be honest. It's not my decision. I think the team, Renault, needs to go for the best possible driver they can, whoever that might be. I'm fairly open and relaxed about who the other guy's going to be." Will Verstappen drive with Ferrari in the future? Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my other videos for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.